Want to say good evening to everyone. Let me know if you are hearing me. And of course, well, I want to say thank you so much for inviting me to this marriage retreat. Happy am I to be here. You know, so if you come on marriage retreat, you have to come ready for a little bit of excitement. So if you're hearing me now, just let me know that you are hearing me. In the meantime, you know what go.
Come and meet me at my front door tonight, tonight.
This one is by Mariano. Let me know if you're hearing me.
Tonight, tonight.
All right, I'm hearing that you can hear me now. All right, awesome, awesome, awesome. So we're going to get right into this evening's session. I'm going to go ahead and get started. But in the meantime, while we get all the technology together and everything working together, we're going to be playing this one. Let me know how you all feeling. Make sure you type in the chat and tell me how you're feeling.
Let me love you with my heels on, yeah.
This one is by Mariano.
I've been waiting for you so long. Take me to the swing song, make love to a slow song. I got a lot of things to show you. Yeah, I'm gonna love you like
very much, Francine.
Let me put this
where the married people them there?
What
you know? It's a marriage affair.
So wild. I wanna wrap you deep inside. Boy, you know I got my pride. But let me tell you this, me, I'm so bright. I can see you need action. Wait a minute, let me turn up my face on. You know you got a wild one. And the body when me up, it pull up on time. So let me love you with my heels on, yeah.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Let me know if you heard me.
I've been waiting for you so long. Take me to the swing song, make love to a slow song. I got a lot of things to show you. I'm gonna love you like I owe you. Let me put this body on you. Music control you. My glad seven for you. Sexiness I grip on my red satin sheet. Leopard print lingerie with me at your physique. Stand firm, make me see you. My man love you read. Me Brazilian love so me need. With me easy in your pocket, come beat me up bad. Me will say you know nothing, so show me what you have. Me now for practice, cause I'm so bad. I'm a 9-inch stilettos, I'm looking so fast. Let me love you with my heels on, yeah. Introduce me to your ding dong. I've been waiting for you so long. Take me to the swing song, make love to a slow song. I got a lot of things to show you. I'm gonna love you like I owe you. Let me put this body on you. Music control you. My glass let me know you. Never be stick alive in on my heels when me drive. Stick shipping on my hand for highway 95. Put on your seatbelt. This near overdrive. Slippery when wet so no slide. We sweat around cause I'm working out. Come baby, come walk with me round the house. A long time you are run off the ball. Show me what you're talking about. Let me love you with my heels on, yeah. Introduce me to your ding dong. I've been waiting for you so long. Take me to the swing song, make love to a slow song. things to show you. I'm gonna love you like I owe you. Let me put this body on you. Music control you. Make God send me over you. Come and meet me in the front door.
All right. I want to say good evening to everyone and thank you so much for being here. I want to just offer greetings at this time to Pastor Cole, Lady Cole, and the entire family. Thank you so much for inviting me this evening to share with you this evening. I hope that you can hear me and I hope that the music was a bit clear. And that was kind of like the right start so that we can get into this evening's presentation. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Miss Walker, could you just go ahead and let me know that you're still hearing me loud and clear? Once you are, I'm going to just get right into this evening's presentation. All right. All right. Just let me know again that you are hearing me. Those of you who are listening, let me know that I am coming through loud and clear so we can get going. This evening, we are here to talk about building intimacy in marriage. Building intimacy in marriage. That's what we want to talk about. And many persons have different definition, different ideas about intimacy. And I hope this evening to add to the conversation as it relates to intimacy. So this is going to be our core question, and that's what I hope to answer this evening. What is intimacy? And I have a simple definition for intimacy. I say everything you do is intimacy. And I also want to make a very bold statement that everything that you do, yes, is foreplay. All right. So I think some years ago, my father-in-law shared a story with me of a couple on their wedding night. So, you know, these persons were newlywed and, of course, just got married. And so they went home, you know, and the man on the night kissed his wife. And, of course, you know, used to kiss. So she was frightened, of course. And so many months after, no kiss now go on. Weeks pass, no kiss. Days pass, no kiss. Up to a year, no kiss. And one night, the lady had enough. And so she just leaned over to her husband and said, baby, frighten me now, frighten me. And I hope that after today, that somebody will be leaving this platform going home to frighten somebody. Someone is depending, someone is relying on you to frighten them this evening. I thought about my approach to presenting this evening. And I decided to present from the holy book, the sanctified book, the Bible. And I'm reading a few verses from the Bible. And this is from Songs of Solomon, chapter 7. The Bible says, how beautiful are thy feet with shoes, O prince's daughter. The joints of thy thighs are like jewels, the work of the hands of cunning workmen. Thy navel is like a round goblet, which wanted not liquor. Thy belly is like a heap of wheat set about with lilies. I mean, in the Bible, we're getting this from, of course, Solomon was paying keen attention. Thy two breasts are like two young roes that are twins. Thy neck is as a tower of ivory. Thine eyes like fish pools in Robdon. Thy nose is as the tower of Lebanon, which looketh towards Damascus. Thine head upon thee is like Carmel, and the hair of thine head like purple. The king is held in the galleries. How fair and how pleasant art thou, O love, for delights. This thy statue is like a palm tree, and thy breast a cluster of grapes. I said, I will go up to the palm tree I will take hold of the boughs thereof. Now also thy breast shall be as clusters of the vine, and the smell of thy nose like apples. And the roof of thy mouth is like the best wine for my beloved, that goeth down sweetly, causing the lips of those that are asleep to speak. While sex is not intimacy, it is vital to marriage. It is the key ingredient for building intimacy. It creates the space for one to be vulnerable with his or her partner. Sex is a symmetrical exercise that emboldens both partners with the right to excite each other. To achieve maximum benefit, the couple must immerse themselves completely into the mission to create pleasurable moment. This includes touching, playing with, chewing, sometimes licking each other in the most sensitive and pleasurable manner. Sexual intimacy begins with believing that you deserve intimacy. Every person here who is married deserves intimacy. You deserve good sex, good sort out. You deserve pleasure. Yes, you deserve connection. So this clears, when one has good connection, it clears your mind of any guilt, shame, worry, thus allowing you to express your feelings in the most honest and sincere way. You can tell a sister who is being treated well. You can tell a brother who is being treated well. You know, a couple of months ago, I wrote a post on Facebook, and I was very serious that when you have sex before you go work in the morning, I'm talking even to my very Christian brothers who are listening to me, it make you go to work, go behave like general manager. Have you ever had some miserable boss, and when them come to work on certain day, they are the nicest person ever? I want to share as well that sex is created by God to be enjoyed, and therefore you should be creative in exploring your spouse's body not one time but repeatedly. Each time you must hit all the right spots for ultimate satisfaction. It is evident that with each vicarious orgasm, couples can develop an enchanting bond that helps to strengthen the relationship and arouse pleasure. You need to believe that sex and sexual pleasure should happen for you. You're not just doing your partner a service. It is for you. You are not merely pleasing your partner. You stand as the primary beneficiary. Therefore, you must invest all into creating a fulfilling and memorable moment. Sex must never be seen as simply a servicing or topping up activity. This is not the gas station that you top up for a little gas every now and then, right? It is solely to provide pleasure. It is not solely to provide pleasure for someone else, but rather it is an activity that must bring you fulfillment. Don't just have random sexual encounters. You must plan the scenery, prepare your mind, dress to impress, draft the heels, think about the position you desire, and immerse your entire being into the moment. Believing that you deserve sexual pleasure and sexual satisfaction in your life is a cornerstone of achieving intimate sex. So when you talk about building intimate sex, you have to talk about them something here. Fundamental to sexual intimacy is a mutual orgasm. Yeah, something for happen, something for bust off. Something must happen, and it must happen regular. That means sex is not just for procreation. It is also for fun and excitement. You must turn up the thing them. It is that beautiful, rewarding feeling that comes at the end of a good sexual encounter. You must not just wait for it. You must work for it. Research shows that 10 to 15% of the time when people do not experience an orgasm, it is caused by tiredness, stress, anxiety, and high alcohol intake. So you don't need rum for everything. And you must just sort out when you're tired. You must take time out for proper sort out. Couples need to take time off from their busy schedules to prepare for maximum sexual pleasure. Leave your work early sometime. Take a little leave from work. Create the moment that excites you and your partner. If it means this much to you, it should not be treated as secondary to everything else. It is something to do not just as a night activity reserved for when the kids are off to sleep. Children should never be used as an excuse. You must act proactively. Tuck the kids in early or go get yourself a nanny for a few hours because sex matters. Put a lock on your door. Empower your marriage through sexual intimacy. The most valuable gift you can give your children is modeling a happy and connected relationship. And where sex is absent from any marriage, this beautiful harmony is also absent. Building intimacy requires effort, time, and commitment. Sex and of lazy people is for people who are optimistic, people who have a positive outlook, people who look something good from their spouse. Do not be in such a hurry to get to the finish line neither. Use your lips, hands, palms, fingers, mouth, teeth, breasts. Every part of your body can give you pleasure. Research shows that 70 to 90% of people are unable, women specifically, are unable to achieve orgasm by penetration alone. So whereas kissing, hugging, and penetration allows for mutual satisfaction, foreplay is a crucial part of the sexual encounter. When you never listen to Solomon, Solomon said you must go up and down her statue. You must go up to her palm tree and you must notice the breasts, the navel, and the every part. It allows the partners to take turns to invest in each other's happiness. You have a chance to step up in a life with your partner's love. In each cycle, the partner selflessly put the other partner at the center stage and meticulously uses all resources available to ensure his or her partner has the best experience. Therefore, foreplay is a signed promise that guarantees results later. It promotes feelings that one is desired, aroused, and ready for sex. It encourages partners to look at one another and communicate about what feels good through words, hand movements, and noise. Ladies, do the screaming have an important part to play in the intimacy. Scream, moan, and compliment. These are extremely beneficial to the moment. Do not keep quiet when you find that sweet spot. You must give feedback. Feedback is important for future successful experiences. The more you say, yes, yes, that's it, right there, is the more the partner learn and become confident of what make you happy. It is making an advance down payment for tomorrow's satisfaction. So see to it that you don't just lie down like you're dead. Sexual intimacy can be improved through coaching and guidance. Yeah, man. Ladies, sometimes you have to say, yes, baby, I like that. Give me more. Go harder. Gentlemen, sometimes you have to ball out. Yes, yes. Ride. Don't slow down. Don't stop at all. Driver, just one. Be honest, but be careful to not discourage your spouse. When one partner becomes critical and aggressive, the other will often become defensive and distant. Use positive reinforcement to build your spouse's esteem. Rather than you are not doing it properly, just slide over, change position, and just guide your spouse into how you can best be pleasured. After all, nobody know you like you, and nobody can make you feel nice like you. Expressing a positive need is a recipe for success for both the listener and the speaker. So you must listen keenly. Pay attention to sounds, because sounds can tell you when to turn up the frequency and when to slow it down. This conveys complaints, requests without criticism. Fundamentally, intimate sex is knowing that you deserve the best sexual pleasure, engaging in creative and memorable foreplay, achieving orgasm, scheduling time, and planning great sexual encounter, exploring your partner thoroughly. This can hold your bond together during stressful and difficult seasons in marriage. It is vital to learn how to have a deep connection and more intimacy with your partner, as this will protect the relationship and keep the bond strong. Sex is pure and should be seen as a ministry, an occasion to serve each other, not God, not God. No speaking in tongues unless it nice. Sex should never be ignored or denied for reasons beyond consent. The first century writer Paul, in his letter to the Corinthians, admonished his audience to refrain from withholding sex for any reason other than which the partner consents, as your body is the possession of your partner. No more fasting without getting a consent from your partner. 1 Corinthians chapter 7:5. So do not withhold sex from one another, unless both of you have agreed to devote a certain period of time. Not you get up and decide, but both of you have agreed on a time. When the agreed time is over, hurry up, come together again, so that Satan will not tempt you when you are short on self-control. Paul strongly puts forth the idea that there is a mutual sexual responsibility in marriage. The husband has obligation towards his wife, and the wife has obligation towards her husband. Don't dark. An investment into your spouse's pleasure brings reciprocal benefits. Do not miss out on opportunities for meaningful excitement. In a marriage characterized by mutual love, we have a binding obligation to serve our partners with physical and sexual affection. Create an atmosphere where sex is enjoyed. Of the billion-plus people in the world, can you imagine? You have been handpicked and endowed with the awesome responsibility to serve your spouse sexually. Make sure you do a good job. Only you have that legal, legitimate right from upper heaven for nice him up, nice her up. Yeah. Do everything honorable to satisfy your spouse's need. In the letter by Paul, Paul made it clear that there's nothing wrong with married people engaging in good, meaningful sex. Rather, everything is right about sexual pleasure and about sex in the marriage. So for God's sake, Christian, let me tell you what Satan wants to do. Satan's intent when it comes to sex is to do everything he can to discourage sex, or to encourage sex rather, outside of marriage. So when you're not married, you kill on yourself, but discourage sex within marriage. It is an equal victory for Satan if he accomplishes either. So listen to me. You have a Jezebel where you need to bind up, and that Jezebel is called no sex. You must make sure, say, the daggering turn up. When married couples willfully deny each other sex, they excite God's enemy while denying God the glory and making their spouse unhappy. Do everything in your power to make the enemy mad, cross, and angry. Do it frequently, sort out regularly, and passionately. Do it with style. Neither husband nor wife should accept a poor sexual relationship. Problems may never be eliminated from your union. So no matter wait till problem done to start sort out. You must do it every time. Before problem, during problem, and after problem. God wants every Christian marriage to enjoy sexual relationship. It is his special blessing reserved for married people. Only married people should have enjoyed this yeah, sweetness. Yeah. Many persons enter marriage with high anticipation that sex will be frequent. The reality is that if we do not fan the flames, we may experience different seasons. Some seasons you will have lots of sex, some little sex, and others just enough. Discern the seasons and implement the appropriate measure to improve the sexual climate. These measures include communicating, complimenting, and comforting. During seasons of tensions, sexual expression tend to decline in both quality and quantity. So hear me, people. Do everything in your might to resolve conflicts quickly and boost sexual passion. Sex must be enjoyed. You deserve to, and your spouse is dependent on you. Keep the opponent, and I mean the devil, frustrated. Engage in hot, planned, spontaneous, quality, and frequent sex for maximum intimacy. Sexual intimacy can be enhanced by reigniting flames through fresh and innovative experience. Stop doing the thing the same way every time. People get tired of that. Passionate and personal encounters are the outcome of the magnetic bonding between adventurous people stemmed from the high volumes of dopamine that are released in the brain. The neurotransmitter is heightened by the physical attraction and romantic passion shared by a couple, often sparking significant arousal. Touch that special place. Talk sexy to each other. Hold each other. Create sexually conducive environment. Without attachment, the naked body is merely a lifeless sex toy. So you need to get some attachment. The more you explore your partner's body, the more you can identify their likes, dislikes, and sexual preferences. So I am imploring to foster an action plan to increase the serving of their likes, reduce or eliminate those dislikes, and most importantly, overdose them, drug them with those preferences. Serving your partner's interests is an investment into lifetime happiness. Make your service unique. This will keep your spouse yearning for more, coming back for more. Always add a little special. In a Jamaica, we say, put piece of burrata, put a little burrata on the menu, and provide special treat when you are pleased with service. Now, let us go down a little journey as we look at what this look like. All right. Wanna come with me? Wanna come? So one of the first things people need to understand is recognize what are the causes of low libido, and that is low sexual drive. So sometimes it is as a result of hormonal changes, high blood pressure. Some people get sick. Some people are engaging in certain kind of drug. This may not be a legal drug, but it could be some medication that one involves in. Sometimes it is body image problem, how your spouse feel about himself, leading them to low self-esteem. Sometimes it's pregnancy. Sometimes it is antidepressants. And sometimes it is fatigue. Discern the season and come up with an action plan how to improve things. So here are some ways that we can go about building intimacy. Because, believe it or not, intimacy not start in the bedroom. Intimacy starts long before that. You must learn to hold hands, because holding hand can be quite beneficial. Hold hands. Hugging and touching regularly can release oxytocin, causing one to become calm, relaxed, sexually excited, and can lead to high volumes of sexual orgasm. I know the man them say me there, I'm ready for this. Physical affection reduces reduces also stress hormones and promote more pleasurable experience. So people will learn to hold hand, literally learn to live longer. All right. Next, in building the momentum, we must learn to communicate. And communicate don't have to be textual and it don't have to be verbal. Sometimes it's a nice image you send on WhatsApp and just set the moment. You must communicate before, during, and after sex. Words are very erratic. You can do the exact same physical act over and over, yet transform it endlessly with words. Lord, you need to be good with words. Whether it's talking, we would say dirty, or saying, imagine we're sitting in a restaurant and right now I am slipping my hand, you know where. Expressions of love, desire, telling your partner how hot he or she is, moaning and groaning during the sort out. There are so many different ways to intensify the experience with words. Another important communication is to let your partner know what feels good and what doesn't as it is happening, or to ask for something you want to experience. Have you been to the restaurant and you get a little thing where you don't like? You call over the waitress and you say, can you change this? The fries or the chips is a little bit too cold. Give me something hotter. Well, that is how you must treat it. And your spouse must always see it as delivering the best customer service every time. Too often, couples are embarrassed to ask questions. Ask what they want. They want some doggy style. Yes, sir. I need something standing. I want to try the wheelbarrow. I want to do the bicycle. Hold on, we can't talk about this in a church. To discuss likes and dislikes. Everyone assumes that they're an expert and that they're supposed to know how to be good lovers. But the person who is a good lover is one who learns to listen, is one who learns to ask questions, because them get to learn to know what the other person like and deliver just that. How can you be so knowledgeable unless you are able to talk about it? Even if you are experienced and talk to the people, you still don't automatically know each other's desires. So while you are snuggled and cuddled together after making love, it is important to let each other know what might have been especially erotic at that time. Do not use that time to be critical. Talk about the things that will go on good. Talking about what doesn't work needs to be away from the time you have sex. Later on, you reason about that. It can be awkward, even upsetting, and not conducive to the feeling good right away. And the aim is to boost sexual satisfaction. All right. So let me take my time and go on. So sex nothing just happen. Sex must plan. Everything was important to you. You book appointment and you put things in place. You make sure that you're happily prepared. So hear me. You must set aside time to spend with your spouse. Try a variety of activities and bring you both pleasure. Have fun courting and practice flirting to ignite sexual desire and intimacy. If your spouse is looking for a role model, be that role model. Everything positive you do in your relationship is foreplay. So the nice talk, the respect that you show, the vulnerability that you show, the honor that you show, the cat where you buy, yeah, the little chocolate where you bring back, is all about. It's all about starting the foreplay before you get into the foreplay. Plan intimacy time and avoid talking about relationship problems and household chores in the bedroom. Sexual arousal plummets when we are distracted and stressed. Leave the stress out of the bedroom and focus on the daggering. Yes, that is what we must do. Now, come with me on the journey. We must also plan impromptu date. Yeah, man. I know every date you have to go spend money. Some date you can spend a house, learn how to cook, learn how to put a dish together. After all, even if it not tastes nice, you have what to make it nice. You have what to put on it to top it up. So you must have impromptu date. So that now leads me into talking about preparation of food, because even the preparation of food is also preparation for intimacy. Choose the food wisely, because food can be effective. So I'm going to look at some of the food what we need. Oysters. Oysters are an excellent source of zinc and contain higher amount per serving than any other food. Now, zinc is essentially for male sexual function and fertility. Woman, if you want the thing to turn up, you know what you need to get. Low levels of this mineral may negatively affect testosterone levels and cause abnormalities in sperm quality. So you want the thing to turn up. Me are going on a new dish for on the talk, sort things out. Yeah. Now we have chili pepper. And I want to look for how we are doing the chili pepper, you know. Yeah, because everything must communicate a message. Don't just cut up pepper and don't just put on pepper on plate. Use pepper creatively. Now, if heat is synonymous with passion, then chili peppers are certainly an arouser. Chili boosts endorphins, feel good hormones, which make you happy, less stressed, and definitely up for intercourse. Dopamine is the pleasure hormone. Chilies also boost the dopamine. You can tell me thanks later. Cinnamon, perfect for cold winter nights. Cinnamon can be used in both sweet and savory dishes and has been valued for centuries for its curative properties. While its aroma promotes relaxation, it also boasts antiviral properties and might even be able to control blood pressure and improve alertness. It's also packed with antioxidants which promote a healthy love life. Boiled in warm beverage or served in a yummy dessert, cinnamon can be great addition to a romantic evening. Then it comes to chocolate. Science validates its reputation as it contains chemicals known to boost arousal. Tryptophan, a building block for serotonin, a feel-good chemical, can be found in cocoa. Both chemicals are released when a human is in love. Make your date feel extra special with rich chocolate truffles. Then we have bananas, bursting with B vitamins and potassium. Bananas help the body to produce reproductive hormones. Research shows, however, that the most potent arousal may come from the smell of banana bread. Ladies, I don't know what I need to bake for Sunday morning. The smell of banana bread was shown to increase arousal in women by an average of 12%. That's a pretty significant increase. So it might be worth baking some banana bread for your lover soon. You should have started tonight. Then we have bell pepper, vitamin C, makes immunity stronger and promotes healthy sex life. Watermelon is converted into arginine, which boosts testosterone. Then we have celery, which stimulates sexual glands. We have walnuts, which helps to improve sexual feelings. We have garlic, which strengthens blood flow and make the thing pump up hard and strong. Beets, of course, beetroot helps to dilate the blood vessels. Of course, when you're preparing food, don't just prepare food. You must be creative with your mind. I want you to look over yourself on my waffles them. And after this, when you prepare food, you must have something in mind. Look for my papaya. Papaya well nice. And look over yourself for my oyster. Tell me what I imagine. And then I want you to look at the garden because men tend to love the garden. And then we have plums. Yeah, all right. And when you not do the porridge, don't just put porridge on plate, but you need to carve out something in the porridge. Now, there are a number of other food that you can, which are easily grown in Jamaica and prepared in Jamaica right in your backyard. And all of them have benefit. So intimacy is going to require effort. It's going to require time. You're not just going at the bed and just start jam. No, you have to build up, you have to prepare, you have to create an atmosphere where sex is celebrated and not just tolerated. Now, the next thing is that the individual need to know them job. You need to can look on the organ at the body, and you need to know the body good. When you know the body, you know exactly whether the part of the body they desire, and you know how to deliver just what it needs. So let me give you a little bit of insight into this before I run along. You see the ears, you must lightly kiss, talking to the ladies, nibble on the ears and trigger those nerve endings. Whisper, blow, them thing have significant impact on the man itself. Then we go on to looking at the neck. You must target the back of the neck. It's full of sensory gland and it know how to kick things off. Yeah, man. You see them nibble, Lord Jesus, they make the light them start to flicker. Yeah, you must play with them. You must kiss them. You must use up every single part of the thing. Watch out. You see all them lips here. You see them chest here. You have to lay down on it. You know what? I'm not going to go into it because I have a book designed with all of this called 21 Shades. So you have every piece of information as to the benefits of each body organs and how you treat with it carefully. With men, me not done and not just the man them, and not just the woman them. The man them need to know about the body parts them too, and know what trigger them, know what get them to work, know what get them to move. You see them lips say, express your mastery of the art of kissing as you target every inch of her lips with your kissing and sensation. You see the neck, run your fingers along the back of her neck. Yeah, glide to the area behind the ears. Then proceed to the front and add a little kiss to it. You see that the inner arms? Yeah, man. Run your fingertip, run your tongue as well, and use your hands slowly along the inner arm. Yeah, man, to turn up the thing them. Lord, you see the nipple? Lord, trace all around. Come on down to the center. Roll, flick them fingers, flick the tongue, move the body along the side. You know what? Make it easy right here. So let me easy right here. I'm going to move on and get a little bit closer. So now we come down to one of the most important of the organs when it comes onto the man. There's a way to treat with all of these because they are properly designed and I believe intentionally designed by God for have something So you need to rub naturally. All of that work trigger the skin F spot where and run your hand slide up and down with your hand, and you're gonna just pause right there so and leave your imagination for the rest. But this is because time ago, but just gonna keep running it along and get along quite quickly. Man, you have to know the parts. If you don't love the thing that much, you have to know it properly. You need to know which part need for massage, which part need a little this and a little that. Don't worry, we have a book ready for you that can take you step by step through the journey. In addition to knowing the job, you have to change up the scenery every now and then. So like a role play is necessary. Yeah. See how my lady I put a couple slash for Mr. Man. Yeah, sometimes women need to become the aggressor. And sometimes the man need to show weakness. That in itself can steam up things and make things feel hot and nice. Don't forget to nice up the bedroom. You must be creative. Use the thing that you have at your house. Use everything, because remember, everything that you do is foreplay. Everything you do is foreplay. And finally, you must do the gifting. Give each other what each other deserve. And as I come to the end, I hope that after today, we will not hear the brothers reporting or the sisters reporting that the only job or skill that the partner has is that of a missionary. Because today you would have come and we would have shown you some additional one. Plain mantis, banana split, captain sex, wild horse, full Nelson, pile driver, heave ho, and wheelbarrow. And there are lots more. Do everything you can to build intimacy. Save the marriage. I am going to stop here and pause if there's any question, and I will be happy to respond to them. And while you're thinking about your question, if there's any, why not play some song? I wish I was in the same building, because now would be a time for some dance.
Tonight,
things must turn up later.
Let me take you on a love tour. Tonight, let us tear up the stair floor. Tonight, I wanna give it to you after. Tonight, let me love you with my heels on, yeah. Introduce me to your kingdom. I've been waiting for you so long. Take me to the swing song, make love to a slow song. I got a lot of things to show you, yeah. I'm gonna love you like I owe you. Let me put this body on you. Music control you, make love send me to you. I got my arms open so wide. I wanna wrap you deep inside. Boy, you know I got that pride. But let me tell you this, me I'm so bright. I can see you need action. Wait a minute, let me turn up my face on. You know you got a wild one. On the body where me I'll be pull up on time. So let me love you with my heels on, yeah. Introduce me to your kingdom. I've been waiting for you so long. Take me to the swing song, make love to a slow song. I got a lot of things to show you. I'm gonna love you like I owe you. Let me put this body on you. Music control you, my God, set me over you. Sexy less agree. On my red satin sheet, leopard print lingerie with me hot young physique. Stand firm, make me see you. Me man up the week, me Brazilian rock, so me need. With me easy in your pocket, come beat me up bad. Me will say you don't have me, so show me what you have. Me now for practice, cause I'm so bad. I'm a 9-inch stilettos, I'm looking so fast. So let me love you with my heels on, yeah. Introduce me to your ding dong. I've been waiting for you so long. Take me to the swing song, make love to a slow song. I got a lot of things to show you. I'm gonna love you like I owe you. Let me put this body on you. Music can't show you. My glass let me know you. The body stick alive in on my heels when my drive stick shipping on my hand for highway 95. Put on your seatbelt, this near overdrive. Slippery when wet, so no slide. You sweat around cause I'm working out. Come baby, come walk with me round the house. A long time you are run off the ball. Show me what you're talking about. Let me love you with my heels on, yeah. Introduce me to your kingdom. I've been waiting for you so long. Take me to the swing song, make love to a slow song. I got a lot of things to show you. I'm gonna love you like I owe you. Let me put this body on you. Music can't show you. My glance let me know you. Mama, meet me at my front door tonight.
All right. If there are no questions, can I get some feedback quickly? Some feedback. Any feedback? Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know. All right. Awesome. There are no questions. All right. Thank you so very much for listening to me. I hope what I said was edifying, enriching, and I hope most importantly that you're going to leave here taking action. All right. I want to recommend for you this book that was written by my wife. She is specialist, you know. And let me just recommend this book as I quickly go. All right, it's called 21 Shades, a practical guide to growing intimacy in marriage. This is available on Amazon, and trust me, very practical. It has a number of practical steps, 21 of them at minimum, that is necessary to help you to develop that intimacy in marriage. When you talk about having different kind of dish and recipe and third all chef to make the thing work, this book is for you. Very practical and ready. All right, so please look out for this one. All right, I'm seeing a question there from these books are all published. This also is another book that we call Before You Say I Do, but it does not mean that only people before they're married. It is just a name that we give to the book because we believe that people need to know it even before them get married. So it's called Before You Say I Do. It's a 21 practical consideration in preparation for a thriving marriage. And this is going to cover a number of things. I am getting feedback from different people that are saying, listen, this book is making me more prepared. I'm so happy. And people who are already married is saying, man, this book is helping me to take the positive steps and to do the things that I am supposed to do. So I want to encourage you to get those tools and obviously use them. For your enrichment and of course betterment. All right, that being said, I'm going to say thank you for joining us this evening, and I want to wish for you a blessed afternoon. Thank you. Have a good evening.